That's not how the Force works.
I don't care!
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
G'day guys and welcome back to Casual Rage. Prepare to start the show, R2. This is where the fun begins. Hello everyone, I'm sorry I was having a coughing fit. Hello everyone and welcome to Casual Rage 233, where we casually rage out about the topics of the week. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling the greatest today. I haven't been putting out videos, so I thought, no, I'm going to push through and at least do the stream. And we definitely need to start getting some videos back up and running. I was doing all right there for a little while, getting a little disheartened by, obviously some of the view counts and not really increasing over the time, just, putting at least, 4 videos out a week, something like that I was doing for maybe 3 or 4 weeks there. And, but I need to get back into it because the more you do, the more it's just going to get pushed, the more it's going to get seen, and, the results will hopefully come. But how y'all doing? I hope you're doing better than I am. I really hope you're doing better than I am. We do have a little bit to talk about today. I do want to just touch on something with Anna, just because I've been brought up in the conversation. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But we've got Arianna Granda and the Wicked. What was it? The promotional stuff for Wicked has basically been like terminated or cancelled. Like they're not doing it anymore. And there's actually a video of Arianna out there, so of like her basically looking like that she's not prepared for this. We definitely have some Star Wars news. I got told about some Stargate news that we're going to touch on as well. Thank you, Mr. Grant Gregory, and I see your member chat there here. Well, I'm all over the place. And yes, I'd probably have you on to talk. Maybe I'll get you on next week. We'll talk about it. Because again, I'm not probably going to be going for too long. We're going to watch the video though that you sent me. And then, of course, we've got Seal of the Week, and that's really kind of it. I better get rid of that tab before I show it accidentally. That was my porn tab. Sorry about that. No, it was my DMs. All right. Let's see who we've got here in the chat. It was so weird when the stream was booting up. I'm like, oh yeah, 3 people here. But like, I swear there was like at least 10 people that have already commented in the chat. All right, so we got who we got here? Let me scroll up. We got Mr. Bantham. And yes, of course, we're going to be talking about Sabine. Was apparently never supposed to become a Jedi. We'll talk about it. We will get into that. We'll get into all the details of that. And like when I woke up this morning and I saw that, I was a bit like, duh. Like, you can't be serious that, you know, you're just thinking about this kind of thing now. Well, not really thinking about it, but like, you know, some of the people that are responding to it, oh man, all the people that I actually wonder, we'll go through it. We'll see if we can find some comments of some of the shills and some of the seals talking about it. I've no doubt that, well, it's kind of interesting actually. Would Star Wars Explained and, you know, all of those guys, your Joshies, your Jacobs, what are they going to say to this? This is the writer, one of the writers coming out and saying this. Anyway, we'll get into it. We will get into it. We got Soulshade here. Prepare for the rage. I don't know if there's going to be too much raging today with how I'm feeling, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah. We've got Trev here. If Disney sells Star Wars, who do you think should have it? It's such a tough question because the problem is right now is that there's a lot of studios and there's a lot of entertainment that's being made that's not actually that good. It's not just Disney. Disney, I would say, is the main franchise killer at this point in time. But they're not the only franchise killer at this point in time. Whoa. Sounded like I was about to start crying there. You know, you look at what they've done with, you know, you look at what's happened to Doctor Who. I mean, there was a little period of time there where it was under, I believe, Disney for one, season or something. But that's not where it got destroyed. You look at, well, Star Trek, you look at Lord of the Rings. Like, these are franchises that aren't under Star Wars that have actually at least been destroyed or being destroyed. So who buys it? I don't know. It's one of those things. And the thing is with, and it depends who you put underneath it. Like, we're going to talk about the Stargate thing soon, but you know, from what I'm hearing, they've got a lot of fans in. Now, that could be dangerous because you look at, like, what fans are, like, this is where it gets really fucking messy. What fans are they getting in? It would be like Disney saying, all right, we've cleaned out our writing room. We've decided just to employ fans. Well, what fans are you getting? Are you getting your Jacobs, your Sawyers, your Star Wars Explained, maybe even your Star Wars theories in that writing room? You know, and they're the ones that are going to make Star Wars. Well, you know, you'll get your Hunt for Ben Solos. You'll get your Rian Johnson trilogies still. So it's hard to say, Trev, like who should really buy it. Fucking, like, with something... I don't know. I kind of feel like with something like Star Wars, it should have been just held by George Lucas's estate or something and licensed out. I don't know if that makes things any better or not. I don't know how all of that sort of stuff actually works, to be fair. Who's going to be the president of Lucasfilm next year? I still think Kathleen Kennedy, despite the fact that yeah, there's talk of obviously her going, but there's always talk of her fucking going. And then, of course, Mr. Grant Gregory for his 37-month member chat. Thank you. It's a long fucking time. It's a long fucking time. Rhino, Amazon Prime just announced. Well, I think he's right because he sent me DM and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Rhino, Amazon Prime just announced Stargate is coming back. Not a reboot, continuation of the story. They got a bunch of fans as consultants. See, that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing, but I don't know. I think that the Stargate fan base is still niche enough and still not necessarily infected yet by, it hasn't hit the stratospheres of the woke mob wanting to basically destroy things like your Star Treks, your Star Wars, your Doctor Who's, your Lord of the Rings. It hasn't yet hit that stratosphere. And are not making it for modern audiences, but for new and old. It's we're going to watch the video that you sent me for sure, Mr. Grant Gregory. And like I said, maybe next week we'll get you on and we'll have a bit of a chat about some Stargate stuff because yeah. Mike Hill's here. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. We got King Chris. We've got Micah. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but thank you. Yes, welcome to the Rhino Discovery channel. It's funny. I've obviously had a few new faces in chats, a few new faces in comments, and obviously a few new subscribers and stuff like that from doing Flashcast. I haven't had too many successful gaming streams with Flash after Flashcast, and I don't know whether or not it's because I'm so fucking drunk or whether or not it's because I'm just too fucking retarded. But there was a guy, and I don't know if he'll end up watching this. I can't remember exactly the name. It was Moon Turtle, something like that. Basically saying I don't know why Flash is helping you. Your channel's ridiculous, blah, 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 blah. I wrote that in the comment of my last gaming stream because we fucked that up completely. I've never asked Flash for help. He's just invited me onto Flashcast. We get along. We're good friends. I think we've got pretty good chemistry on stream and stuff like that, and we can kind of work well together. I appreciate the fact that, he gave me the opportunity on Flashcast and all of that sort of thing. But I got to say, YouTube isn't definitely not my full-time thing. I'm not very tech savvy. Obviously, I need to fix my microphones and shit like that when it comes to my gaming streams and everything. But I'm not that invested. I'm invested enough in the fact that it's still just a hobby thing for me. And look, I'm not taking it that seriously. I obviously take some of the things I talk about seriously, but yeah. Well, we got Papa Palpatine's Pizza Padawan. We've got Geordie in the chat. Have you tried some Coke and coffee? Well, I've got my coffee right now, which I'm drinking. I don't have any Coke with me yet, but yes, the Coke is coming. The Coke is coming. Firafema, I see you. And then we've got Chopped Beta Bucks Deluxe coming through with the 50 bones. Dude, thank you. And just says, hi, Rhino. Hi, Beta Bucks Deluxe. How you doing? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see. We got fucking... I've got to actually move my shit around. I've actually got to delete some of these clips and bring in some new ones. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can you see the ball sack now?
You're stroking your leg with your one finger too.
Oh, I remember when I showed Steph that, she's like, where'd you get that from? It's one tiny little second in a stream. Thank you, Chopped Beta Bucks Deluxe. I really appreciate the support. Will Stargate go woke? No Rhino, no cry. Will Stargate go woke? Let's say, I mean, look, we're all hoping that it doesn't. We're all hoping that it doesn't. Being a continuation, that's a good thing. Because rebooting and redoing Jack and Sam and Daniel, that's a bad idea. A very, very, very bad idea. I actually need to catch up on... I need to finish Stargate Atlantis. I'm pretty sure I've only ever watched halfway through that. I think there's 4 seasons, right? I think I've done like 2.5 seasons, something like that. And I can't even remember the name of the other one, but I've never watched an episode of the other one. And if this is a continuation, I feel like I'm going to at least... they might reference stuff in it, and it's always cool to have that. They are lore purists. Well, that's a good thing. That is definitely a good thing. We got Blake in the chat. How you doing, Blake? Good to see you. That's exactly what I'm saying. No. They do, and 3 L's, yeah. Fucking cast Cynthia Erivo as Tilk. Firafema for $10. How you doing, Firafema? Good to see you. Thank you for the support. Stargate Universe was already starting to get pretty woke. Really? Like, maybe it definitely wasn't in SG1, I don't think. There's never been anything. I know that they tried to play on the fucking relationship between Sam and Jack, and it kind of went nowhere. And that was in season 6, I think, or 7. I feel like they kind of, you know, a few more eyes got on it. They maybe, I don't know why they tried to play on that. But it didn't go anywhere, which I'm happy that it didn't really go anywhere. They were able to have those moments, you know, when Jack lives the day over, Jack and Tilk are living the day over and over and over and over again, and Jack resigns just so that he can kiss Sam. And I feel like, because that happens before they really dive in heavy on Sam having a relationship, and then there's that guy Pete, you know, that she's dating, the cop guy that she's dating, that gets, you know, that ends up seeing what happened and everything. Like, I don't know. Sam, they didn't need to go any sort of relationship route for Sam. Sam gets stranded on her own on the ship, on the Prometheus, and yeah, she's having these hallucinations of her dad coming and going, you deserve love. You deserve to be happy. And Jack comes in, and it's just all her subconscious. Some of those episodes are a little cringe, I will say. It doesn't take away from, but I don't think it was woke. It's where I dipped out. No faith in 2020's Stargate. That's fair enough, Firafema. I understand. I'd like a little bit of clarity on whether or not you're actually talking about SG1, or you're talking about maybe some of the ones that came after that. It started going a little bit more woke. I like the characters and I like the stories in so far in Atlantis. And I like how they feed obviously SG1 into Atlantis, but then also they have their little cameo moments, you know, in Atlantis when, I can't remember the scientist guy's name now. He's in SG1, but he's always combative against Sam, but it's because he loves Sam. And he becomes the main scientist guy. He becomes like the Daniel character in Atlantis. And there's that cameo where he's trapped on the ship or whatever, and it's filling up with water, I think, or something along those lines. It's been a while. And, you know, he starts hallucinating Sam being there and stuff like that. I don't know where the wokeness... I haven't seen it myself, to be fair, Firafema, but thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Universe, that's it. So is it Universe that starts getting woke? Yes, thank you, Mike Hill. Thanks, guys. The chat always knows. McKay, that's the one. Rodney McKay, yes. He's actually like, at first, because I didn't really like his character in SG1, right? And because of how combative he was and everything, and, you know, it seemed that he was working for the NID, or it almost felt like he was sort of against them in a way. And then he comes into Stargate Atlantis, and when I first saw him and he was going to be like one of the main characters and stuff, he started growing on me, but I still didn't really like him. But then by the time I got to the end of the first season, it's like, yeah, he's a good character. He's a good character. McKay is my favorite character. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. But before we get into some of the main topics of discussion for today, there's something I need to touch on. Now, I am going to respond to these tweets. I don't like this stuff. I don't like the drama. I don't like the bullshit. However, let me bring this up. I've got it done this way, just showing my notifications because there's two here. So, the great Tom King. Now, I know sometimes he's in my chat. Sometimes he might even be here. Could he be lurking? I don't know. The thing that I'll say, like, Anna doesn't like you, and you clearly don't like her. I think, you know, if I'm going to talk bluntly, you continue going after her in this sense. Now, yes, she blocked you from the channel. That's her prerogative. That's up to her to do. And she obviously doesn't like you. She doesn't want you around. She hates some of the things that you say about her, and that's fine. She can feel that way. I want to just point out, though, that I didn't really like this because basically just at the bottom here, he says, because Anna's quitting essentially from Comicsgate Queens, right? She doesn't know how to feel about Ethan and Shane. There's, you know, obviously the thing with the Jack show and everything that's going on there. But to say that this also includes Raging Rhino's stream, which she's not planning on doing anymore, there was never before. There's never ever with me and Anna ever been any sort of collaboration. She's never been a part of this show. She's been on as a guest. You know, she's been on, I don't even like saying guest, because that makes the show seem like it's more important or bigger than it actually is. She comes on as a friend to talk about stuff with me. I go on her channel to talk about stuff with her. I've been talking to her throughout this entire thing in DMs, actually on the phone. Like, yes, she might not do any more collaborations. Doing Flashcast isn't a collaboration. Doing her Star Trek stream, I wouldn't say is a collaboration. It's more just friends getting together and having a chat. Anna doesn't have to go on to Flashcast every week. She doesn't even have to go onto the Star Trek stream every week. Whereas the Jack show, that was more a thing that she felt more obliged to actually be on. Anna and I are close friends. I have no doubt that we're still going to be on streams together and do, you know, have discussions and everything else together. But I wanted to make that clear because then obviously I saw this, and this is just on my post for today's stream. Shame your show with Anna, that Star Wars girl, didn't work out. Hope she changes her mind. Would be fun. I'm sure there'll be times that we'll be streaming together and stuff, but there was never an organized show. Never an organized show, nothing, never. I've wanted to organize maybe a collaboration, like a show with Anna, and I've asked her before about doing it. It's just time, schedules, that sort of thing. It never lines up. It never lines up. So I just want to make that very clear that there was never a planned show between Anna and I. What's going on between her and EVS and Shane and John and Comicsgate and the Comicsgate Queens and Cecil and everything. That's basically, I'm a little bit of a venting machine, and I just give Anna my thoughts on how I feel about what I've seen. We have normal friendship discussions about these things, but never have we ever organized to collab or stream like specifically a show together or anything like that. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, and I will be responding to those tweets. Thank God I can get rid of that. Yeah. Yep. It was me, Mr. Grant Gregory, and Anna. We talked about Ahsoka together. Things like that will still happen. I have no doubt. That's fair. Like I understand a lot of what Anna's saying. Sometimes, yeah, she can sort of go off on a little bit of a tangent and it goes somewhere. I feel like she can usually bring it back to the main topic that she's talking about, but I feel like we all sort of do that sometimes, don't we? I've had moments on this stream where I've, started talking about fucking, it could be anything. It usually gets back to Star Wars, doesn't it? But, we've all been there. Streaming's not hard. But man, there's even been times where I've gotten to the end of a stream and I've even talked about the topic. And I remember, thinking before the stream started, I've got this specific point that I'd want to make or that I'd like to make. Oh, you idiot. Oh, that would have been so funny if I had my camera on. Charles just basically fell off the table, off my lap and onto the floor. Yeah. And nobody saw it. See, now I can't even remember what the fuck I was saying. You distracted me so much. Yeah. That's why Texas Tea will sponsor you. Hey, we got Nolan in the chat. Just became a member. Dude, thank you, Nolan. He became a law master too. What a legend. What a legend. Good to see you, Nolan. Thanks for being here. Anyway, just to finish off, the thing with Anna, that's between her and what's been going on in her world. She's been attached to those people and everything way longer than she's even known me. I remember watching those guys before I even had a channel. So, yeah. I just want to make it very clear that there was never, ever a specific collaboration or anything with Anna. And that's, we're still normal friends, close friends, whatever. Talking about Anna getting off topic. See? I just did it. Angry Sparrow, thank you. We all do it. We all do it. But like I said, I do find that some people go further than others. I've watched people on streams where they've been talking about, let's say, Star Trek or something like that. It ends up that they start talking about their most favorite fucking hot drink. And they sometimes get to a point where it's like, how did we get to talking about this? They can't even remember where the conversation even started from. And it ended up at what's their favorite hot drink. Like completely irrelevant to what they were originally talking about. It happens. Tilliam, I see you. How you doing? So that's fine. If you find it hard to watch some people, because that can happen, I understand. I find it hard to watch some people that I know that there's people in this chat that love to watch. You know, I find it really hard to watch Yellow Flash. Really hard. You know, he's not on screen. Here I am not being on screen. You know, it's just a voice behind a camera. That's it. I find it really hard to watch Yellow Flash's videos and Yellow Flash's streams. All right, let's get excuse me, Jesus. Oh God, make myself crack up. He said you beat the brakes off you. No, he said that he watches. He said that he watches Flashcast for me because I'm there. He said it in. It was one of Drunk 3PO's streams in his chat. It's fucking funny. All right. Oh fuck, Nolan! What a legend Nolan is. I tell you what, such great supporter of obviously the channels that he likes, but I just see him everywhere. I see him everywhere, and Nolan with the super sticker, with it looks like a little samurai fox waving the #1 flag. Dude, I appreciate it. Nolan, what a legend. We'll play it again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And we'll give him this.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
God, that me saying that was really early days of me starting the YouTube channel. I was so angry about Star Wars. So angry. I think that was one of the very first full Aussie streams I said that on. Speaking of early days of full Aussie, fucking where is it? Always makes me laugh. While I'm playing this, I'm going to grab a drink because I've run out of coffee, so I need my Coke, Mr. G.
I said Lyndon would go to the tree and do some ASMR for you, Lethal. In your honor.
I'm so sorry. He'd be hugging that tree. And then he'd be punching it and slapping it, going, "You took my friend." Kicking it. How dare you?
That would be you, Rhino.
Nah. Boy. I'd be there going, "Why? Fuck you, Disney! Why?" Good times. You were angry? Yes, I was angry. I'm now angry, but I'm not as angry. I'm still angry about it. Still very angry about it, but I don't think I'm not at that level of anger. You know, not at that level of anger yet, or anymore. This level.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
What's the full Aussie? Well, it was a show that we used to do, and now you guys do it. See my stomach. All right, let's get into some of these fucking topics. I said that we were going to do a shorter show, and I haven't even started getting into things until half an hour in. So, seems like a normal fucking show to me, doesn't it? All right. We need audio. We need to plug that in. He's just angry that he is an angry Anderson. I knew there would be rage today. There you go. Classic Rhino. Classic. Guys, you guys have been really supportive today, and I really appreciate it. Nolan became a member. We had Fear of FEMA with a super chat. We've had Nolan with the super chat as well, of course. Chopped Beta Bucks Deluxe with the big 50 bones. Man, thank you so much for that support. I really appreciate it. It's been fucking... Man, my rego, it's so good working at a car yard, I got to say this. So my rego expired on the 16th of November. And I didn't realize. I drove my car to work on Monday and Tuesday, which was the 17th and 18th. So my car's rego had expired 2 days prior. And I was still driving it. And then I got a notification on my phone and I'm like, oh shit. And I don't have the money to pay my rego right this second. I need to wait until payday, which is today. And I just went to my manager. I'm like, dude, I forgot to renew my rego and I can't renew it until I get paid again. He's like, just take a demo, man. Leave your car here and just take a demo for the next couple of days. I'm like, awesome. Thanks, man. The advantages of working in a car yard. They helped me, though. Fuck. Imagine if I had got pulled over. That would have been the worst. Because you get fined. Your fine is basically the same amount as your registration, which is $900 in Australia, or at least in Victoria. The fine would have been $900, and then I would have had to pay the rego, which is $900. It's basically an $1,800 fine in the end. You driving a hybrid? No. We've got hybrids. And if the demo, one of the cars was just a hybrid, then I would have, if the car that he gave me was a full electric, I would have just driven it. Fucking, I get a free car for a couple of days. Why not? Why would I say no to that? All right, so let's get into the Cynthia Erivo and Arianna Granda thing. So I believe there's this... man, I haven't really looked into it, but I believe that there's at least a rumor out there saying that they're stopping the press tour or whatever for these two. Now, I don't know whether or not that's got to do with something to do with the fact that Cynthia Erivo lost her voice. And it certainly seems that fucking Arianna Granda can't handle the major spotlight, which is hard to believe after how long she's been in the major spotlight for, just as a singer. But it seems that she can't handle it at the moment. So just to recap, obviously there was the moment where the guy came running in and, put his arm around... I was about to say Cynthia, around Arianna, and Cynthia jumps in and protects her, the touchy-feely as they usually are. And if you remember, there was even that parody video during the first movie, of those two girls where one of them was trying to sit on the other one's lap and they were trying to pretend that they were getting through an interview doing it, because it was weird. The amount of touchy-feely and... the way that they talked, even just their personalities and the way that they spoke was weird. So there's been a whole heap of things. So there's this.
Today we get to do popular. Can you believe that we're doing popular? It's going to be so great. That joy he wanted to infuse in every frame.
We don't need that. I didn't see the rest of that. But like it almost feels like she's almost thinking, you know, if you shake me any harder, I'm gonna break. And she can't handle the human contact unless it's from Cynthia or somebody that she feels like is protecting her or something like that. It is very, very strange. And this is what I mean when like this was sort of like what it was like during the first movie, where like they do an interview and the interviewer is just sitting there and the interviewer looks really awkward and really uncomfortable while these two have a nice little weird pet-like conversation with each other in answer of the person's question, but it's like they're just addressing each other. And I don't know whether or not this is something. It's almost like, all right, Arianna, we're going to answer this question. You know, so they're almost treating her like a fucking Alzheimer's dementia fucking patient. Okay, you've been asked this question, even just in that still shot just here, right? It looks like, okay, you've been asked this question. We're going to answer it now, and you're going to do great. You're going to do beautiful because you're beautiful, right? That's what this image, this still shot looks like. But take a listen to it.
Pleasure spending time with you. It's good, a pleasure getting to know you. And I hope you will be there for the rest of my life.
I will be. And I hope you will be too. And it's been the privilege of my life. And I love you. And yeah, I hope you'll let my French be one of the things that,
God,
that you're learning how to let in.
Pleasure spending time.
Now, look, I don't know what the question was that triggered this. Maybe she asked her, is there anything that you'd like to say to each other? Because these people know what the fuck they're doing as well. They're going for the viral moment. They're going for the viral thing. They're going for the next fucking thing that's going to circulate the world. So I don't know what the question was. It might have been something as simple as, is there something that you want to say to each other now that it's all over? You've finished filming and you're going to go your separate ways? Like the way that, oh man. It's like a 4-year-old toddler. So this is the clip. This is the clip that's now come up. So I believe, like I said, that Cynthia Erivo, yeah, so let's just read this. Arianna Granda appears to tell photographers to stop shooting at Wicked for Good premiere. The singer and actress also announced she would not do interviews during the red carpet to show solidarity with Cynthia Erivo after losing her voice from a sore throat. Okay, so it's in solidarity. I didn't even realize that. So it's in solidarity for fucking Cynthia Erivo. To me, that my theory is getting more and more validated. The more I think about this and the more I see about this. Cynthia Erivo handles those hard, maybe awkward situations, brings Arianna Granda into the conversation, but Arianna Granda just can't hold her own. Maybe it's because she's been treated like a fucking 5-year-old child. I don't know. But it certainly feels and seems that way. They look like cultists. Well, they all do now. All those ones that are fucking on Ozempic or whatever. At least they fucking look like they are. They almost look like they're getting fucking to the points of anorexia. The question was, can a tree be happy? All right, let's listen to their answer again, with that being the question. All right. Can trees be happy? So Cynthia, Arianna, I have a pretty simple question for you. Can trees be happy?
Pleasure spending time with you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you. And I hope you will be there for the rest of my life.
I will be. And I hope you will be too. And it's been the privilege of my life. And I love you. And yeah, I hope you'll let my French be one of the things that you're learning how to let in.
Oh, I can't. It's so cringe. You didn't answer my question. Can a tree be happy? Oh my god, that's fucking funny. So she's an emotional support animal. Yeah. Yep. G'day, Decrepit. How you doing? Are those two getting married? Well, dude, I have no idea. How you doing, Jesus? I have no idea. It's fucking weird. So yeah, Arianna doesn't want to be shot at. Let's watch this. The thing that I don't understand, right, is like they're at the premiere, yeah? They're walking the red carpet, and it seems like she's lost her voice, so she can't walk the red carpet. So she's off to the side just telling Arianna what to do, where to look. Because Arianna here is like, what do I do? Arianna, the flag's gonna look! Arianna's gonna look! Then give us a shot. Good job, you give us a shot. So, this is so peaceful, see? That's not what you said. Apparently people are saying, can you stop shooting me, is what she's saying there. I don't know. Who knows what she actually said there. But like, I don't understand why Cynthia Erivo can't at least still walk the red carpet because she doesn't have a voice. She's got to act like a fucking a lackey for Arianna Granda just so that she can make it through this premiere. Oh, I just sniffled into the mic. Oh my God. Fuck you, Josh. G'day, SWA. How you doing, brother? So I thought this was weird. And she doesn't want to do the press tour anymore in solidarity because of fucking Cynthia Erivo's sore throat. There's more. Arianna Granda was asked point blank why she and Cynthia Erivo like to touch each other.
And a lot of energy through my hands.
Yeah.
And so I'm always holding a hand. I'm always like squeezing a something, as you've learned. I'm always reaching for something. Sometimes
we have so many things here that you can
fun.
squeeze fake food if you want.
That's wonderful. No, but it's often like who I'm with. And it's like I like to channel support and energy and like whatever. I didn't even.
You know who you're starting to sound like? It's starting to sound like Pedro Pascal. He needs an emotional support animal when he's on stage. An emotional support human.
Notice that it was a thing about me until that thing happened.
Yes, Butcher, we will get to it, brother.
And then
you're talking about when you grabbed Cynthia's little finger. It was so cute.
Yeah, because I didn't know what the was going on.
Sure.
And
you're like, and you just reached over a little teeny tiny grab.
And I knew it was tender and sincere and beautiful, and I just wanted to be supportive. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, supportive fucking animal. So yeah, she fucking basically.
I channel a lot of energy through my.
Just channels a lot of energy through her hands. She channels a lot of energy through her hands. So look, obviously, the first Wicked movie did really well. The second Wicked movie is going to do really well. None of the stuff, the press stuff that they did during the first one affected the way that the movie performed. And I don't think that this is either. But it doesn't mean that this fucking thing isn't fucking weird. So she has Pedro Pascal excuse. Well, she doesn't need... The thing is with that is that she actually doesn't need Pedro Pascal's excuse. Her excuse can just be that she's a woman. She's allowed to touch. Right? Pedro Pascal needs the excuse. Otherwise, the people will come after him for, you know, misogynistic, sexual, fucking whatever. You know, they don't need the same excuse, but it seems like the same, almost like the fucking same phobia. Like, again, I just go back to this one where, like, you know, Arianna is on the red carpet all by herself and she can't handle it. Well, it seems like she can't handle it. I saw this too, which I just thought was funny. I can't stop laughing at this. It's actually got the only reason why this is relevant, really, or that I saw it, is because it's got Cynthia Erivo in it.
Who is this girl right here? I don't know if this...
It's, oh man, I can't stand these people. As soon as I get on camera, I'm going to flick my hair. But look what she flicks her hair into.
Girl right here.
That
I don't
dude.
know if this...
And she's still just doing this fucking thing. It looks like, it even looks like the guy back here, almost looks like Jack Dorky, leans forward to say, oh no, maybe just wants to get more in the camera. I just thought that was so fucking funny.
Who is this girl right here? I don't know if this...
Oh my God. I cast her as the new Moana. Anyway, pretty funny. So yeah, that's the that's all I've really got to say about it. Like, I don't have any interest in watching Wicked. Got no interest in it whatsoever. It's just been very interesting to see throughout these two movies coming out how these two people, I don't even know if they're people anymore. I mean, fuck. Does that look like a person to you? Do they talk like people to you? Do they act like people to you? No. No. They act like children, and they act like fucking... Everything's so emotional, and everything's so important, and everything we do. There was that question that they got asked about their LGBTQ fans. Oh, we love you. We love you. You're not gay enough. Or something. I can't fucking even remember. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Ridiculous and cringe. Ridiculous and cringe. Now, I've actually only put this in the title because I didn't really have too much else, and I don't really have anything to bring up for this. So I'm just going to talk about it really quickly, and that is the Arc Raiders smashing Call of Duty. Now, I've seen so many things right now in regards to... I've been watching a heap of people playing Arc Raiders. It looks like fun. I've already spoken to Flash and asked him, dude, we really should get Arc Raiders. It reminds me so much of just like that Xville shooter kind of thing, like a bit like your Helldivers in a way, which is really cool. And we had a lot of fun playing Helldivers, and I feel like with how many people I'm watching and the people talking about Arc Raiders the way that they are, it's probably a game that we should play, and it's probably a game that we're going to really like. But there was a video, and I should have saved the video, but there was a video that I watched last night. This is why I'm saying I should have saved the video, because it was only last night. Where apparently in the chat rooms in like Call of Duty and another game. I don't know which is the other game. I don't know if it's Battlefield 6, but like it senses, like puts the stars up when you write in Arc Raiders. And actually, let me see if I can find this because it is actually quite good and quite funny. It's kind of like how the Helldivers community was. Oh no, that's not how you spell that. When the Helldivers like was really sort of big and everything, I'd never really think that they went after a another studio or anything like that. But let me see if I can find it. Oh, damn. Basically, in a nutshell, they responded to the fact that it got discovered that in Call of Duty's chat rooms and stuff like that, it had just put the little asterisk, the little star, not the asterisk. Is it the asterisk? Yeah, the asterisk. Little star to block out or censor the word Arc Raiders. And Arc Raiders responded to it in a tweet, basically saying that they're fixing something, patch something that they're doing, and they reference Call of Duty, but they put the asterisks in there. So they basically just trolled Call of Duty back because they are destroying Call of Duty right now. I know that Mr. Waffles is trying to say that Call of Duty is good still. I don't know why he's doing that. But it seems that right now Arc Raiders is taking over the gaming sphere. Arc went back to the roots. Man, I'm scrolling through maybe it was... You know what? Let me just check one more place. Hold on one second. Let's see. Let's just watch this short because it might be... Volume? Where's volume? Oh, there.
Yeah, this was the original tweet. Confirmed Arc Raiders also censored in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Are you shitting me right now?
This was it. So you see, he puts Arc Raiders and it censors it.
Look at that. What the fuck?
That proves that like Call of Duty is afraid of something like Arc Raiders because everybody's enjoying it. Everybody's having epic moments. Everybody's coming out and going, this is pure cinema, right? And some of the things that I've seen, it is pure cinema. The way that some of these players are taking out some of these big mechs and stuff like that. I don't exactly know the story or what Arc Raiders actually is. I haven't played it yet. I haven't gone into it that much, but fuck. Dude. And then you watch like the boss fight in the Call of Duty fucking campaign, which looks like the zombie fucking boss. Call of Duty's lost its way and they don't know what to do about it because they thought that, bringing in more a zombie-like thing. Dude, just a little hint for you guys over there in Call of Duty. Fucking Call of Duty, do a good fucking wartime fucking battle simulator, first-person shooter, good campaign, and then you do good fucking multiplayer. then you keep your fucking zombie mode and all of that stuff completely separate. If you want, you could do a completely separate game. You could have Call of Duty and you could just have your Call of Duty zombies as a completely separate game. But you're too stupid to fucking realize that that's what people want. And people want to go back to it being a little bit more simple. Dude, I went back and I watched one of the clips from my, I can't remember whether or not it was on my fucking, I think it was in my Twitch, right? Some some of the chat, you could clip it out. There was one where I got killed like 5 times in literally 5 seconds. And that was back when even I was still enjoying Call of Duty.
2 different games is bleeping out Arc Raiders.
So I don't know which the second game is. This is where I heard that there's 2 separate games. So Call of Duty is bleeping out Arc Raiders, and there's another game out there apparently that's also bleeping out Arc Raiders.
Why? Arc Raider responds, we're still on track to release.
Oh, they censored Arc Raiders. They actually trolled back. Sorry, I got it completely wrong. I thought they censored something in their tweet about Call of Duty. They're still set to release.
Arc Raider responds, we're still on track to release. Oh, no, they did fucking not. No, they did not. What? I got to play this game now. I mean, I was planning on playing it, but... So this...
That's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. And they don't care, and they shouldn't care. Because the fact that they are bleeping out Arc Raiders in the chats and stuff like that just proves that they are winning. They are beating Call of Duty. So I thought that was interesting. That's why I put that up in the title there. But let's move on, shall we? Hopefully we will be playing some Arc Raiders. I really hope that we can do that. Actually, before this weekend, I need to... I feel fucking stupid, but at the same time, like, I feel like it should automatically do it. So, Flash told me last week, or not last week, the week before, that we'll play the Halo collection fucking thing, right? Now, there's obviously a heap of different Halo games within the Master Chief collection. And... I had the game, but I didn't have it downloaded. So I downloaded it again, and then we go to fucking play, and we fucking can't play because I don't have that particular game within the game downloaded. And I think that that's fucking stupid. I think that that's so fucking stupid because if I downloaded the Master Chief collection from Steam to my computer... Fucking download the fucking games. I don't understand why I have to fucking download the game and then I have to download the individual games within the game. Oh, it's because they're so big and there's so many of them that you might not want all of them on there. Fucking download them all and then remove the ones you don't want. How about you do it that way? Or when you go to download it, you actually give a selection option. It doesn't give you that option. It just goes, would you like to download fucking this? Blah, yep, click, yep. It doesn't break it down and say, oh, do you want Halo Reach? Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want that? Do you want that? And click yes, no, yes, no. Wouldn't that be better? And then it's my fucking fuck up. Fucking piss me off. Almost pissed me off to the point where if we are going to play Halo this weekend, I don't want to fucking play Halo this weekend. I'd rather just jump straight into Arc Raiders. Anyway, I don't have the fucking money to buy Arc Raiders at the moment. I know it's only $40. Is it $40 US? That means like it's $60 Australian, $70 Australian. Anyway, let's move on. We've got some Star Wars news to talk about. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We are going to just jump straight into... Because we've got, well, there's only 2 Star Wars things that I just wanted to touch on. Fuck it. Let's do those, and then we'll do Stargate. And then we'll do Seal of the Week, and we'll get out. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter stream. Not feeling the greatest today. Hence why I'm not on screen too. Oh, did I hear about it or what? We're about to talk about it. SWA, we are about to talk about it. So, after the absolute, you could say, disaster of Ahsoka Season 1, as much as there'll be people out there who will be like, disaster, that's a bit strong. It was a fucking disaster. It was a disaster on so many levels, to the point where it was a disaster on converting or adapting your animated characters to live action. None of them were a good adaptation of their animated counterpart. None. Not one. Right? You introduce Grand Admiral Thrawn as an absolute moron. Like, complete opposite ends of the intelligence sphere. Complete opposite ends. Right? Real Thrawn is one, if not the most intelligent character in the Star Wars universe. Is one of, or the most intelligent characters or tacticians, you could say, in the Star Wars universe. In Ahsoka, he's actually retarded. Like, actually retarded. And if I know there'll be people out there that'll be like, where was you specifically talk about where he's actually retarded? Fucking, first of all, if you can't see it based on what you heard him say and everything that he did in every appearance, in every scene that he was in, then I don't think me explaining it to you is going to make any fucking difference. You are just retarded. You are just stupid. You can't see how Grand Admiral Thrawn says, let her make her own decisions, let her make her own way, and that way will be one step ahead of her. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So Ahsoka comes to a fork in the road. She goes left, you've got it covered. She goes right, you've got it covered. You're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot. Sabine becoming force sensitive, which is basically what we're going to get into. Financially, I think Ahsoka was an absolute disaster. I mean, it's hard to believe that I can't even remember if I even went into the budget, but whatever the fucking budget was for Ahsoka Season 1, let's see. I don't think that they made that up in fucking Disney Plus subscriptions. Season 1 budget. Oh, I find that really hard to believe. It was only around 100 million. 15 million per episode. With how much fucking Disney fucking and Lucasfilm waste on their shit, I really do find it hard to believe that it was only around $100 million. But that's okay. Still, even at $100 million, I don't think they made their money back. I don't think they made their money back. So on every level, and then also too, on top of that, you could say that Ahsoka assisted in losing more Star Wars fans. You know, the decline of Star Wars from the fans in regards to their interest in Star Wars has taken a while. It has taken a while. It's taken a while for people to actually see it for what it is. Some people tapped out after Book of Boba Fett. Some people tapped out after Mandalorian Season 2. Some people tapped out. Some people jumped back in after Mandalorian Season 2. Some people then tapped out after Mandalorian Season 3. Some people tapped out after Obi-Wan Kenobi. More people then tapped out after Ahsoka. More people tapped out then after The Acolyte. No one fucking watched Skeleton Crew. Maybe they got a couple of people back to watch Andor. but it didn't change the trajectory. Didn't change anything. So it's taken a bit of time for, Star Wars fans to really fucking, this is bullshit. Actually see it for what it actually is. Bad Batch was really good. You're never going to let me live that down. I never said that it was really good either. 3 episodes were decent. 3 episodes had some decent stuff in it. 3 episodes out of 2 seasons too, mind you. Okay. Let's talk about Ahsoka season. Hold on. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Season 2 and what's now been reported about this. Good old Sabine Wren. Star Wars Rebels writer Henry Gilroy. Now, I believe that there is no relation to Tony Gilroy or anything like that, or his brother. Omega. Yeah, fuck Omega. Says they never planned for Sabine Wren to become a Jedi. The whole writing team thought it was a bad idea when they previously discussed it. Sorry. Again, guys, you got to remember I'm dyslexic and I'm retarded, and it's embarrassing. So you can make fun of me, embarrass me even more for my fucking retarded reading. And then goes on to say, and this is where the quote starts, it was absolutely not the plan. We really felt that not only did it step on Ezra's story, it was a weak retread. It was a weak retread. We really did. We already did this. Who did they already do that with, though? A weak retread of what? Like, if you were talking about the story and them, we're not retreading anything, I don't think. I'm a little bit confused by that. It's a weak retread because Ahsoka season 1 isn't a retread of anything. You're rewriting the characters and who they are, and you're rewriting, so there's no actual connective tissue between Rebels and Ahsoka. Anyway, the idea of Sabine training as a Jedi when she is already this fantastic warrior of her own type, we felt like this is overkill. Fucking oath. She's a Mandalorian. She with the way that she did her things, and she always loved leaving a fucking painting behind. Like she always sprayed her paint and left a marking on something. She always loved her graffiti, you could say, while she's committing these crimes. She was unique in Rebels. In fact, there are some moments in Rebels that aren't actually too bad. Like, I will say, Kanan, as much as I hate Freddie Prinze Jr., Kanan's sacrifice and death is, man, it's a really good fucking sacrifice. It's a really good Jedi fucking moment. I hate how it ties in with Thrawn and, the last of the new Thrawn books and all of that sort of thing. I hate like other things around it. But that one moment, fuck, man. Lots of emotion. Really good. Really good. But that doesn't mean that the show's fucking any good. Hera is a completely fucking different character in fucking Ahsoka than she is in Rebels. I had nothing to do with the Ahsoka series, so I was shocked. I bet you were. What I loved about the story with the Darksaber is that you don't have to be a Jedi to have Jedi ideals. I think that's what's really the more important thing. Rather than force pushing Ezra 100 feet when you've never used the Force before. Or you could even use the example of grabbing the lightsaber just because she's being choked to death. And that fucking, that moment when, Sabine's about to be choked to death by a fucking droid or whatever. You know what that makes me think of? The activation of her fucking powers. Deadpool. In Deadpool 1, how they activate his powers, they just put him through torture and pain, and it activates his fucking mutation. It's pretty crazy to have somebody that obviously worked on Rebels, a writer for the Rebels series, to come out and say this. I mean, it was pretty obvious to anyone that did or that pays attention to Star Wars or even watched the Rebels series that Sabine was never Force sensitive. She never showed any abilities of being Force sensitive, even throughout her training with Kanan. When she got the dark saber and she was training with Kanan, there was never any activation of fucking Force abilities or anything like that. And this is ridiculous. This is actually more evidence to show that Dave Filoni is actually a hack and a piece of shit and completely disloyal to George Lucas. In fact, the more and more we get moving forward, showing how Dave Filoni is this way, the more I hate him. There was that thing where I didn't even know this until fucking only, a year ago or something like that, where Dave Filoni, when he was making the Clone Wars, which is under George Lucas, which everybody always likes to say, you hate fucking TCW? Well, that was George Lucas. No, in fact, there was a lot in there that wasn't. There's Dave Filoni admitting that he went to George Lucas with a cut or an edit of an episode or scenes from an episode or something like this, and he says that he intentionally didn't put something in there because he knew George wouldn't like it, got George's approval, and then put it in there. What a piece of shit. Going against the creator. Fucking not giving, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. In fact, I think that Dave Filoni has done more damage to Star Wars than Kathleen Kennedy. He's certainly been doing damage to Star Wars a lot longer than Kathleen Kennedy. What a fucking fraud. What a fucking fraud. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Fucking Ahsoka Season 2, as far as it is going to be a disaster. I really feel like it's going to be a ratings nightmare for them because there are so many people now, especially after The Acolyte. No one's going to give it a chance like they maybe did Andor because they've seen Season 1. Kathleen is the real hero? Dude, she is no hero. I'm not doing a Joshy boy and fucking, she deserves an apology because it wasn't her, it was fucking Bob. No, I'm not fucking saying anything like that. I'm saying she's destroyed Star Wars. She has. She's done a lot to destroy fucking George Lucas's legacy. Done a lot to destroy that franchise. I just think Dave Filoni's done more and destroyed it for longer. She's a fucking little bitch faggot. Whoa. Dude, I did not mute myself. I don't know what the last thing that you heard was. I did not mute fucking StreamYard. Jesus. Chopped Beta Bucks Deluxe for $10 says, gotta run, sirs. Have a great night. Thank you. And I said, have a great night. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. You're a legend, and I appreciate it. Fuck. No audio. Can you hear me now? Yeah, he's back. Okay. Oh, fuck, man. That was weird. Sorry, Chop Beta Bucks Deluxe. Have a good night. Take care. Where did you last hear me? What did you last hear me say? You were definitely muted. But I didn't click mute. That's the thing. I said the only other Star Wars news, did you hear me say that? The only other Star Wars news that we've got is this. The official Star Wars magazine, Star Wars Insider, will come to an end in 2026. The final 2 issues of the magazine will which launched in 1994, will be published early next year. And all I was saying about this was nobody cares anymore. You know, there's a reason why you've got to stop doing this, because nobody's subscribing to it anymore. Nobody wants it anymore. You cut out mid-sentence. Do an hour stream of silence. You could do an hour chair stream. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody gives a fuck about Star Wars anymore. The fans, you've pushed away enough of the fans now that all you've got left are your Twilight people, your pronouns in bios, your weirdos that need to be identified, and you need to identify them on the screen. You need to make sure that you're not doing anything to fucking offend every single one of those people as well through your things. Despite the fact that, you know, putting a throbbing lightsaber to somebody's throat and enemies like that, when you see people killing people, your friends and everything in front of you, and then you start becoming lovers and fuckers. Like, you know, the only people that care about that are the weird fucking people. You've turned Star Wars into fucking Twilight. You've turned Star Wars into this fucking shell of what it was. And nobody fucking cares anymore, to the point where a magazine that has been running for fucking, 30 years? 30 fucking years. And you know, if Star Wars was in a really good place right now, this magazine would not be being cancelled. It wouldn't. It would still be going, because people would still care. People would still care to write shit about it. I'm curious to actually know what's been in this magazine for the past 10 years. I bet you it's all sequel trilogy fucking garbage. It's all garbage lore fucking created that doesn't make any fucking sense. Not that they actually even fucking tell you how anything makes sense. You know, gone over it a million times. They invent something like tracking fobs, and they don't give you any explanation in regards to how they fucking work. You know. So, fucking Star Wars is dying one of the slowest fucking deaths I think I've ever seen when it comes to, well, especially if we're talking just in the last decade. It is the one franchise that continues to drag. Like, you know, I'm sure there's still people that feel the same way about Star Trek or Doctor Who or any of these things or whatever. But it seems like, you know, Doctor Who shot itself in the face and people saw it shoot itself in the face, and then they were like, okay, well, that's done. Whereas Disney seems to, you know, shoot themselves, or Lucasfilm seems to, they don't shoot themselves in the face, right? They kneecap themselves first. They kneecap themselves first. And the crazy thing is that there's still possibility for good life even after kneecapping themselves, if they were to just do good Star Wars and treat the fans right. But then what they do is they take a saw and they cut off an arm. Now you've got 2 stumps and just a shoulder. And the crazy thing is that there's still people out there that are like, it can still change direction. They can still fix this. And then they chop off the other arm. And then they're like, shit, we can't like shoot ourselves in the face anymore. We've got no arms or legs, right? So you use your little stumps and they slowly make their way over to a fucking swimming pool or a fucking just a water trough or something like that. And they continue to fucking, you know, string people along, and there's still people out there that are still not quite done yet. And then they just dunk their head underwater. And, you know, they just stop bringing it up for ages. It's like they're drowning themselves. And then for a second there, you get like an Andor series and their head pops out of the water as they take some really big breaths. And then they bring out the next thing. And then, like, Eddie has died the slowest fucking death out of all the fucking franchises. I don't know if that was a good or a bad analogy. I don't care. It's fucking retarded. My point is that things like Doctor Who and things like your Star Treks, they literally shot themselves in the face. And people were like, no, I'm pretty much done with this. Almost immediately. Star Wars doesn't seem to go that way. It really doesn't seem to go that way. All right, let's talk about, I know we talked a little bit about it earlier in the stream, about this Stargate announcement. Let's talk about this Stargate announcement. Oh, excuse me. All right, Amazon has officially greenlit a new Stargate series. Now, I knew that this was a rumor. I knew that there was a little bit of, you know, talk about it or any, you know, a little bit of stuff on the fringes. But they have now confirmed. So a new Stargate series is in the works at Prime Video. Martin Giro, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I never really know if I'm pronouncing names correctly. Who worked as a writer on all 3 previous live-action Stargate shows, will serve as showrunner. Now, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. To me, that's actually a really, really good thing. It's just, we've got to be so careful in regards to, what was the studio that made Stargate originally? What was that under? Because I know it's on Paramount, right? Well, it's on Prime, but you've got to get the Paramount fucking extension, I believe. That's a great thing. It's just, look, I can have high expectations. I can put all the hope and everything out there and everything. The problem that we have right now is the era that we live in. This sounds good. But so does Dave Filoni doing Star Wars sound good to some people. Now, look, I'm not necessarily going to say that there's an equivalency there, so like a really close equivalency there. But you understand what I'm saying, right? There are people out there that think, and we could be thinking that this person's, how long's it been since fucking Stargate came out? This person's politics could be completely changed. They could be a fucking Trump-hating piece of shit now. I think Stargate was MGM. It's just, we're going into an era where we've seen franchise after franchise after franchise being destroyed. Even with people that have been involved in those franchises for a while, since before maybe they got sold to the franchise, to the studio. Look at The Witcher. So it's one of those things where I just don't know. I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm willing to give it some hope. And I will say announcements like this are good news. But there's this lingering thing in the back of my head that sort of says to me, is it really good news? We'll see. We'll have to see. So, and then Mr. Grant Gregory sent me this video. It's from Paramount Video. And it's the Stargate announcement. Let's take a listen. We've got 6-7 minutes here.
You guys ready?
Yeah, okay, great. Perfect.
Absolutely. Well, welcome, everyone. We have big Stargate news to talk about today. My name is Darren Sumner. I've been covering the franchise for more than 25 years over at the fan site gateworld.net.
My name is David Reed. I run Dial the Gates, which is a cast and crew interview archive on YouTube.
I love the fact that he's got fucking the Naquita generator and the fucking oh man, he's got so much cool shit from Stargate back here. That's the thing that fucking Daniel finds in the fucking jungle. And then the fucking, yeah. Man, that's really cool.
This is so exciting. This has been a very hard secret to keep for the last 18 months. But we can announce today that a brand new Stargate series is coming to Prime Video.
What?
Brad, this shouldn't be news to you.
Oh, right. It isn't, but it is great news.
Still just hearing it is like, oh my God, they're doing it. It's so rare for the original creators to get to work on the new version of a show. It's just incredible that, you know, Amazon MGM Studios and Prime Video have come together and not gone in a totally new direction, that they have respected what we have all created. And when I say we all, I don't just mean like Brad, Joe, I mean like all of the cast and crew, all of the writers, and to a large extent the fandom have created, and we're honoring that in this new version. So for us, that's cool. We wanted to come here and make the announcement today with you guys.
Again, it all sounds good. It all sounds really good, but I am treading really fucking carefully. Really, the ZPM, that's it. The 0-point module, thank you. Yeah, he's got some cool shit, that guy in the middle there. Nitrium for $2 New Zealand dollars. Says Filoni will save Star Wars. Let him cook. Wink. Thanks, Nitrium. Hey, Soul Assassin.
It's because it was our way of just saying, like, thank you. Like,
never forget Rings of Power, Ryan. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Now, like I sort of said, it's good that this is a thing. It's good that this is a thing. He's worked on all three. He's going to be he's the showrunner. That's good news. But we'll have to wait and see.
Thank you for keeping the lights on.
I'm kind of just blown away that I'm in this room with these extraordinary people along with Darren here. And I've got to ask, why us? You could have asked anybody to be a part of this group.
Well, you guys have been keeping it going. You were such a huge part of the show that's pre-social media, you know? So Gate World was the place where people would convene, where they wanted to talk about the show. Much of the fan community grew out of Gate World. And in the 14 years that the show has been off the air, you know, it's not just you guys, but an incredible fandom of like podcasters and cosplayers and convention goers that have kept the demand for Stargate alive. The endless rewatches, like that has helped. It has helped beyond, I can't even explain to you how much that has helped.
When I first joined the franchise,
again, it sounds all really good. And he's right. I just wish like other fucking, well, he's the showrunner, isn't he? So I wish other showrunners would view it the same way, you know? But I'm happy to see who some of these fans are that they've actually bought in. You know, like he said, some of these sites and some of these places have been up since before like social media was massive, or since before, you know, before the internet.
SG1's 4th season, one of the first things I did was get on social media and I started to interact with the fans. And little did I realize that I would be interacting with them for like 25 years. And I can tell you that in that 25-year span, their enthusiasm for Stargate has never waned. I mean, hardly a day ever went by when they, someone would ask me, when is new Stargate coming out? When are we going to get a new Stargate? And just, the opportunity to finally tell them Stargate is coming is incredible.
I got to say thanks to you, Joe. You've been, as much as we've been doing over the last 14, 15 years, you've also been a tireless advocate, supporting fans and keeping some hope alive. And it's not just for us, fans who grew up on the original shows. Maybe some of us watched it with our parents or with our kids. But now in those 14 years, there's a whole new crop of fans who have discovered the show on streaming or other places. We have a million questions. Let me ask, though, the one question that I think so many fans are asking and have been kind of worried about as Stargate has moved from one shelf to the other over the years. Is this going to be a reboot?
It is not a reboot. It is not a reboot. It is a brand new chapter. It's its own unique chapter in the Stargate universe. So for us, it's incredibly important that obviously everyone watching this Zoom, everyone that's like getting excited about this announcement will love the show. But, the amazing thing about Prime Video is like it airs everywhere, all around.
I gotta say, I hate the music that they've put on this fucking video. They don't need it. And if you are gonna put it, make it a little bit quiet. Like fucking, I hate it.
In the world. And so for us, it's really important to not only have it so that the fans feel like this is my Stargate, this is the Stargate I've been waiting 14 years for, but that a brand new audience can come in without having to have watched 350 episodes of an amazing show, that they can start with episode 1 of the new Stargate show. And then if they love it, then they can go back and watch everything else.
It's just extraordinary that finally a show that's been designed for a global audience will be able to be seen simultaneously by a global audience. And you have no idea how excited that makes so.
It's going to be interesting to see what kind of threat they bring in or what they're going to do. What, like, who's going to be the bad guys or whatever.
Many of us out here who didn't get to share it all at the same time when it aired. So the next question I want to know is, are we going to see any familiar faces?
Listen, for another time, most of the world is finding out at the same time as ever.
That we all want to know. Are we going to see Jack? Are we going to see Jack? Are we going to see Sam? Are we going to see Daniel? And are we going to see Teal?
All of these fans. So just give us a beat, but more to come.
I'd want to see Hammond. Is he still alive? I'd think so. He wasn't that old.
Really excited about with this new show is that we're going to be able to do things that we could not.
Although they took him out in the last 2 seasons of SG1. Yeah, did he pass away? Did he? That's sad.
Do in 1997 and even beyond that, we're going to be
Hammond of Texas
able to do almost anything. In terms of visual effects and everything our imagination can come up with now, I won't be the guy in the office saying no to, because we can do stuff now.
I've said on stage at GateCon that Stargate matters. It matters to us. It's not just a show. This is a franchise. This is a world that has brought people together. It's helped people connect with their family, and it's helped us to make new friendships, including with you guys. So the fact that we get more of it is just a joy.
So of course we're making the show for the fans, of course, but we're also making it for people that have never watched Stargate and potentially don't have a sci-fi franchise they even like. I think what's amazing about this.
Yes, but this is now that's where I've got to be like, be fucking careful. Be really careful. That's a dangerous thing to be saying.
Stargate construction is that it takes place today. It takes place on Earth, the Earth that you recognize. But yet this gateway to the stars allows us to tell these amazing stories with epic scope, incredible sense of humor, and again, like a sense of presence in the real world. I think, my wife is not a huge sci-fi fan, and a lot of that is because she's like, what's this got to do with me? And I think what's great about that is Stargate tears down those barriers. This is a show for everyone, everywhere.
But I will say this, a lot of speculation about what people want the show to be and what they don't want the show to be. I strongly feel that.
Yeah, don't set it on a ship. That's a good start. I agree with that. No, it still needs to be like an SGC situation. Still needs to be like that. Well, we know that you can't fucking... Well, if you're on a ship and there's a Stargate on a ship, it's got to be really close to a fucking planet with a dial in it address to be able to gate to there.
They will watch this show and say, "This is Stargate."
So it needs to be grounded somewhere.
We could talk for hours, and I just want it to be a first taste with you guys to share the excitement. Like, we're back, it's happening, it's going to be incredible, and also, like, we'll be in touch. Like, this is not the last you're going to hear from us. We're not going to go away. We're literally still getting all of our socials together, but, you know, we'll be talking semi-regularly.
This has been a group of people who has always been there for the fans and not cut them out of the process. And I'm just so thankful that we don't have to wait another 14 years. You guys take as long as you need. We will be there.
Thank you for bringing this straight to the fans. Thank you for the Stargate that you've made in the past. And I think I can speak for fandom. Thank you for Stargate in the future as well.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We'll talk soon.
On the surface, yeah, looks good, sounds good. But then even just the way that video is structured, so much talking about the fans. Now, look, it might seem a little hypocritical of me because I want them to pay attention to what the fans are saying, and I just want them to stay true to what the laws of the universes that these franchises are in, stay true. Stay true to what's being created. Stay true to the law. Stay true to the canon. Stay true to good continuity. And because the fans have been shat on so much, it's nice for them to say, oh, it's nice to see that you're doing this for the fans. It's nice to see that you're doing this for the fans. But it now seems like it almost seems too over the top. It almost seems like we've heard it before. Right, with something that comes out, a movie or a show, we made this for the fans, and then the fans go and see it and go, this is shit. Everything about everything that I'm hearing right now, with an announcement, with this, with that video, it all on the surface looks and sounds good. Now, I don't mind the idea of having something that you're creating for existing fans and something that you would like to try and create to maybe grow the fan base. I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but that's not necessarily the way you worded it. Is it? You said something along the lines of it reflecting the world that we live in, which, yes, true. When fucking Stargate SG-1 was happening, there were missions. Remember when Tilt got stung by that big fucking wasp or whatever, that big fucking bug, and it was nesting inside him or whatever, and he went out in the real world and it ran away from the SGC and they had to try and track him down and everything. Those incidences, those scenarios reflected the real world because, yes, it happens in real time is basically what we're sort of saying. But that's also a dangerous thing too, because you're stating that you want to do something that does reflect the world that we live in, which it should because it's grounded in the real world, right? The franchise, the IP is grounded within the real world. But then you're also saying that you want to open it up to those new audiences and stuff like that as well. And that's where it becomes a little bit on the dangerous side for me. We'll see. We will see. But again, just on the surface, everything that I'm seeing so far sounds and looks pretty good. Nutrient for another $5, 5 New Zealand dollars, says, given I can charge back this $5, are super chats on stream free now since you have no idea if I will or won't? Is this how it works now? Rest in peace, Camelot. Yeah, that whole thing with Camelot, that is crazy. That is crazy. If you haven't seen, go to Camelot's Twitter. He's fucking he's going through a bit of the wars right now with fucking YouTube, where apparently he's got to pay back $10,000 or $20,000 or something like this, and they're just taking $100 or something a month, or I don't exactly know. I haven't looked that deep into it, but I've seen the basics of it. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know whether or not this is true either, but I heard that apparently it's because somebody sent him $10,000 worth of super chats on a stolen credit card or stolen credit cards or something like that. Well, I'm sorry. That's not Camelot's fault. That should either be the bank or it should be YouTube. It should not be the person that received the money unknowingly. It's $100 a day. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you for the super chat, Nutrium. And yes, please go retweet, give him some support, and fucking let's see if we can help him fix this. Again, I haven't really got an update on it though either. Can't believe that $100 a day. $100 a day. Hey, Zeus de Villa gifted a membership. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So yes, Stargate. Hopefully they do it well. Hopefully they do it justice. It's going to be interesting to see again who the enemy is going to be, and you know what goes on there. But yeah. Rhino, what's your thoughts of the Snyderverse supposedly making a comeback? Sorry, I've just got to stand up for a second. I hope you can still hear me okay. I didn't hear about that, but well, look, I think that there's better stuff in the Snyderverse, and I'm more interested at least in that than I am in James Gunn's DCU. I know I've only really watched one movie, but I don't give a fuck about Peacemaker. And the stuff that they've got lined up, I really don't care about. So, look, I almost don't want it to come back purely because the Snyderverse people just fucking, it's just a crazy fucking thing. It can't be that hard to make good Superman, good Batman. It surely can't be that hard to get good cast in. I mean, the one thing that I'll give Snyder credit for is his casting. I thought his casting was actually pretty fucking good. Now, again, I've got to say that I'm not the biggest DC person. I'm definitely more a Marvel person, but, you know, I still like Superman. I still like Batman. Flash is all right. See, the conversations and the Robins and stuff like that. Who's the best Robin? I don't know. I don't get into that because I don't know. We'll see. They might bring it back. You never fucking know. All right, let's do this. Seal of the week.
Hello, the Jedi.
Oh, I wasn't ready. Because I'm retarded today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not fucking... I feel like I'm getting worse right now. All right. So this is going to be a quick seal of the week, and then we're going to get out of here. I got nothing really to watch after it. It's been a short show. Thank you all for being here. Nominee number 1 is Jenna again, saying love them forever. I don't know if we've used this one before, but oh no, we can't have because it's 15th of November. It just seems like a familiar one from her. Love them forever. Sawyer saying I would give literally anything to buy him, but my wallet says no. $24? $25 for that? For the stranger. Query. Fucking shill. Star Wars Academy, nominee number 3. I love it when animation and live action complement each other. Hashtag Star Wars. From the Ahsoka series. From the Clone Wars to the Ahsoka series. Fantastic. Two of the probably fucking two of the worst fucking things when fucking Anakin gives Ahsoka fucking half the 501st and the stupid retarded flashback from Ahsoka. And then nominee number 3. Now, this is I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is the first clip from the final season of Stranger Things. And Jacob's in there saying, Rey Skywalker, the influence you have. I don't know if he's trying to sound like Yoda there, but that's... The influence you have, Rey Skywalker, is how it would be said if it wasn't in Yoda form. I don't understand that. Anyway, did you guys see this? This is fucking insane. This is actually crazy. Look how many cuts. Look how many cuts there are. We'll count them if we can keep up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Every movement is a cut. We're 20 seconds in and we're at what, 20? I've lost fucking count. Another one. 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 I think somebody did an actual count and there's like 30 in like this 40-second clip, there's 30 cuts. And yes, it certainly did remind me of Rey Skywalker's training fucking montage at the beginning of The Rise of Palpatine. And that was retarded too. So, Jacob, you get the 4th nomination for this week. Let's put the poll in the chat. Let's put the poll in the chat. Seal of the week. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to do something. Hold on. It's like watching Taken 3. You guys see that Indian movie that ripped off so many clips of games and movies for its actions scenes? I don't know. Oh, I'm reading it from fucking YouTube, and I went to click on it to show it, and I'm not on the right thing. I need to be over here to click on that. It's Soul Assassin. You know what we're going to do? We've had a good amount of support on this stream today. And I've been off screen all stream because I'm not feeling so good. So I'm going to gift you guys some memberships. Oh, no, hang on. I don't want to fucking join my own fucking channel. Why can't I gift? No, and I don't want to make this a fucking members only live stream. Okay, so now I can't gift memberships. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. We're going to make the chat green. We're going to make the chat green. There's 5. Hey, Lara A got one. Mr. Tex. We go again. It's all right. If you missed out, you might be lucky this time. Buying our love again. Yes. Nitrium got one. Nice. Nice. Make the chat green. There you go, guys. There you go. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys a lot. All right. How's this poll going? Oh my God. Wow. It's a landslide. We've got 11 votes in. How many people have we still got here? We've got 23 people watching. We could get at least 15, I think. 12. 3 more? Can 3 more people? 3 lurkers. Shout out to all the lurkers. Shout out to the rewatchers. I'm sorry, rewatchers, that you can't. I hate it. I rewatch streams sometimes, and like I'll see a poll, like they do a poll or something, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I was here live just so that I could put my. That's where I would vote. Lara, that's for you. Shout out. Always watching. I saw your last message too. Look, I appreciate the super thanks that you've been sending. You don't have to send one every week, but I did see a message saying that it wouldn't allow you to send a super thanks, which is really weird. I think sometimes that happens. I've had situations where I haven't even been able to send super chats anymore for like a day. It's like they do an update and something fucks up. So hopefully that'll fix itself. But again, I have no expectation of sending super thanks or anything like that, but I appreciate it and I read all your messages. 13 votes. Can we get 2 more? Can we get 2 more? I'll go through them again. We got Jenna saying love them all. Love them forever. Love them all. We got Sawyer, who wants to buy The Stranger, but a wallet won't allow her. We've got Star Wars Academy saying the live action and the animated complement each other. And then we got Jacob saying that fucking it's almost basically he'd be saying this is a good thing. The influence for this scene was Rey Skywalker. Yes, and both of them were shit. Lurking over from Flash. Thank you, Van Jam. I appreciate the lurk. And I appreciate you being here from Flashcast. Can we get 1 more vote? 1 more just to get it to that 15. We still got 21 people here. Come on now. There we go. 15 votes. It didn't make any difference. It's still a major landslide anyway. So let's end the poll there. And we'll go through it. Here we go. So there's a double tied runner-up, or well, not even a runner-up, sorry. Tied for last place is with 7% of the vote each is number 3, Star Wars Academy, and Sawyer. No, sorry, that's not. Oh, no, that is correct. And Sawyer, number 2. Yeah, that's a little bit weak. For Sawyer, it's a little bit weak as like a shill thing or a seal thing. The runner-up in second place this week with 33% of the vote was Jenna. And the winner with a whopping 53% of the vote, was J.I. Jacob. Ree Skywalker, the influence you have. Sounds fucking stupid because he is fucking stupid. Congratulations, J.I. Jacob. You are this week's Seal of the Week. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the game. Is Anna going to do another drama stream? I'm a mod on her channel, but just can't with this. I think she's just done with it. She wants to get the painting finished that she's working on, that she was working on for Jack for some cover or something. She wants to get that out of the way and done, and then she just wants to move on. I gotta say, Nutrium, I kind of don't really understand. Like, I understand, like, not wanting to deal with the fucking drama and everything. I can completely understand Anna's frustration, her grief over it, the upset that it's caused for her, or created for her. I get it. I sort of understand. Now, look, she asked me, or she showed me the thing about Ethan and Shane going after her. Well, not going, just saying that, that leads to OF, or it leads to her being a whore or whatever. Now, yeah, in the situation that she's in, she probably took it maybe a little bit too wrong. I just don't understand. What I don't understand is the complete disconnect. That's where I don't understand. I know that they had that situation happen on Jack's show. But I even still believe to this day, John hasn't actually spoken with Anna. And I think that there's a bit to texting compared to calling or talking. I know I've had situations where I've read a person's message and I've read it in the way that I think that they're saying it, as opposed to the way that they are actually saying it. No, my point is only that it is not why I'm sub to her channel. Okay, yeah, I see. You're over the drama too. You want her to just talk about the pop culture shit and, do what she's doing and just, yeah. She'll get there. She just needs to, it's a bit of a process, obviously. But that's it, guys. Thank you all for being here. I'm sorry that I wasn't on screen for the entire stream. We will be back next week in our normal capacity. Hopefully, I can start doing some videos. I got to say that I've gotten so back into sort of games, like Ghost of Tsushima absorbed so much time. Sort of finished that, and now I'm playing Red Dead, and there's so much to Red Dead. Or Red Dead Redemption 2, that is. And I need to make sure that I'm making time so that I can sit down and make a video and still hopefully do the things that I want to do. But yeah, thank you everyone again. Thanks to the lurkers. Thanks to the rewatchers. Thanks to all the support today. It's been amazing, actually. One of the better streams for me, I've got to say, in regards to support, just in super chats and donations and stuff. So Chop Beta Bucks Deluxe, appreciate you. I know he ducked out earlier. Fear of FEMA, thank you for your support. Nolan, of course. More Chopped. You got Nitrium, and you got Jesus Davila. Thank you everyone for that.
Okay.
How did I activate Siri on my phone? Yeah. Oh, yes, go and raid Anna. Give her some support. Go through with the Rhino raid. Maybe raid Chrissy. I've got to set up the raid system and shit on my fucking thing. Chrissy, sorry, spread the word. Your accent triggers Siri. It does. It especially does when I'm talking about Star Wars theory. It muted again. What? No, it didn't. I'm not muted. You absolute dog. You got me. As soon as I saw her, I'm like, hang on. And I'm like, no. So Anna is streaming. She's got her channel back. Go over and give her a raid. Yes, all 20 of you go over and Rhino raid spam her channel. No, don't do that. All right, guys. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. We'll see you hopefully through the week through some videos, and we'll see you next week for another Casual Rage. And, of course, you'll see me on the weekend for Flashcast. Take care, guys. Oh, we got to get onto this screen. We're not going to play the whole thing.
I like to get into a vibe. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we'll get into it. We'll discuss it all. You know, the truth is, it sort of is what it is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Look.
All right, that's enough of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, you know, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
You'd better put a chick in it. And make it fucking gay as fuck.
Going somewhere?
And I want it lame!
Put her on a path of her own choosing, so that no matter which direction she takes, we'll always be one step ahead of her.
What?
That is so lame!
A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like dusting crops, kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store. Or bounce into a supermarket and then...
Yeah.
Be a hell of a mess.
What's that?
Watch. You're losing the deflector shields. Go strap yourselves in. Be careful on the way out.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking it very cautiously.
You go away.
Bounce too near a supermarket?